it's Rel Klein, and we're watching another Supernatural review, and this is Season 7, Episode 4, Defending Your Life. If you're new here, I do a recap and review of every single episode of Supernatural, so let's get into it. So I watched this episode like a couple of days ago, and I already forgot what was happening, and I was like, I literally don't know what happened in this episode. And a lot of times I forget the title of episodes, so I have to look it up before I do these videos. But so then looking up the title, I was like, okay, now I'm starting to remember it. So I remember some things, but I'm forgetting a lot. And there's a reason, obviously, I don't remember this episode this much. I think this is only my second time ever watching this episode because I don't think I've ever rewatched this episode because it's not a rewatchable episode. It's just kind of bad episode, it's on the bad episode list, and it's not an episode that you remember, because sometimes with these bad episodes that are bad you remember, you don't. It's just an episode that's a part of me is what is the point of this episode? It feels like they just threw away an episode. And Supernatural sometimes, through all the serialization episodes, when they have the opportunity to do episodic episodes, which this felt more episodic, they usually strive with these episodes. They make them funny, they make them whatever, and I just did not feel that way obviously about this episode. It was just so, and it's crazy too because in this Sam was using his what he learned in pre-law and stuff like that, but I remember another episode where he was kind of defending and something where I think Crowley was there or something where he was, I don't remember that, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I just remember, I thought there were I always remembered that a little bit. At one point, Sam had to use some of his lawyer knowledge, but I thought that was something with Crowley there, and Crowley was not there this episode, and I thought it was later in the series, maybe season 9 or something, which it's only 2 seasons. So, but yeah, did we get any Leviathans this episode? I don't think so, but it was half the episode was them with this situation where also they were there and they were trying to defend themselves, but then they were putting themselves on the stands, and it was just why are we watching this? It just feels this episode shouldn't have happened. And I think what the writers were trying to do is because of how the last episode ended, they're trying to kind of bridge that into this episode, which they don't need to do. This show is supposed to be episodic, and we already have the overarching thing of the season be serialized, which is the Leviathans. We don't need to have this weird thing where it's Dean killed this girl that Sam thought he let go, and so that's the reason why the writers then did the next episode like this, because obviously a lot of shows, they do things like this, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work, but Supernatural usually doesn't do these things where it's then the next episode he's had to hide what he did the episode before. No, it's because that's not the way the Supernatural works. So I don't really know. It feels they could have done so many different things. This could have been a funny episode. They could have, I don't know why they wanted to do it. And I guess it was a god, so maybe they wanted to do something different. We've done a lot of monster stuff recently. Maybe they want to do something different. I don't know why they didn't do a ghost episode. I don't know why they couldn't pick another god or have some other way. I know if it's because they really just wanted to bring Jo back, because Jo was in this episode, and it's kind of weird how she was used. And I kind of forgot that she does come back, and I think this is the only time she comes back. And I don't know, that's the thing with Supernatural. I think I talked about this before, is that characters can always come back. They can always come back alive, all this stuff. And so when someone's gone, you're not really gone. And even if they are really gone, they can come back as a ghost. So there's always that opportunity, as I said with Lisa and Ben, whatever. You can always bring back people. You can always bring back people. But it's you shouldn't just bring back people for the sake of bringing them back. There has to be a point. There has to be a purpose. And this, I just don't understand. I really think the writers were just trying to do something that had to deal with what happened the episode before. So someone came up with this God thing. There's this God with the truth or whatever. I don't even know exactly what the God was doing. So they worked the episode around that. But and I feel Supernatural writers does this a lot, where it's they start with one idea, they want to do this one thing, and then they work an episode through that. So maybe they were what if we brought back a character that maybe was close to Dean in some way, that maybe he didn't actually kill, but had some revolving thing around it. And so that's why they brought back Jo, and the actress was yeah, I'll do it. But this one just did not hit. This one just did not hit. And it's like such a forgettable and throwaway episode. Like why do you do this? I'm gonna end it here because I don't have anything nice to say, and I don't remember a lot of the other things this episode. Like also like Sam was getting mad at Dean for like his drinking. Like, don't you know who he is? I do think like in later seasons his drinking does get worse, and like we see that. So I don't know if that's the start of it, but it's also like you're trying to do something that it's like, anyway, but we're gonna end here. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and bye.